Play the clip, Johnny.
About the Palestinian issue. In my opinion, they should leave the area and seek a better life elsewhere. Once the Palestinians leave, they will be better off in the long term. The problem most pro-Palestine, pro-Hamas suffer from is the lack of thinking about the issue on an intellectual level. So many of them are thinking about the issues on an emotional level, of which makes them very predictable. Here are some of the facts that people should understand. That whole area of the Middle East is drying up, there are no natural resources, and the land lacks fresh drinkable water, which is why Saudi Arabia has to depend on desalination, and so does Israel. There's not enough farmland for the Palestinians and the Jewish people to feed themselves. If we gave the Palestinians their own state, where are they gonna grow food? Where are they going to grow food to feed themselves? And if Israel decided to cut off the Palestinians from water, where are they gonna get their fresh water from? They can't even produce their own food and water, so that is why the Americans have to allow food aid to come into Gaza with the help Egypt. If Gaza was left to its own devices as a nation, Gaza would collapse. Do you have any idea how tiny Israel is? It's the size of New Jersey. So in America terms, it's one of the smallest states in the Union. There's not enough water or farmland to sustain two states. Gaza is a very tiny area and smaller than Brooklyn. Many of the pro-Palestine American-born Palestinians that are protesting Free Palestine in America with their flag have never ever been to the area, so they have no clue what they are talking about. In the long term, it's best for the Palestinians to just leave the area and get citizenship outside the Middle East, in say America or somewhere else. As a matter of fact, there are more Palestinians living in America than all of Gaza and Palestine combined. And in fact, many could just move to UAE and Saudi Arabia, and in fact, Ireland has a bigger Palestinian population than all of Gaza, and that's a fact. The Palestinians have been emigrating for centuries, just like all other nationalities. I live in a major American city, but I had no idea how many of them live in my town, city, till they started protesting Israel with their flag. I was like, who are those people? They've been chanting the same mantra all week. The fact is that whole area in the Middle East is not sustainable anyway. So I don't think that little area that is being disputed will exist in, say, the next 100 years at the rate of water loss, and land loss, and climate change. Had it not been for the desalination technology, Saudi Arabia would have collapsed a long time ago. Climate change at some point will make that whole Middle East area inhabitable. When we think about those issues from an intellectual vantage point, and less based on an emotional level, it all makes sense to leave the whole area. In my opinion, anyone that currently lives in that area should be thinking about a plan B, because the whole area isn't sustainable. Only a fool, in my opinion, would want to stay in that area when better alternatives could be had. I am 100% sure if the Western world, and America, offered citizenship to every Palestinian living in that area with no questions asked, I would venture 90%, 95% of young people, 18 to 25, would be very happy to leave the area, and those are the facts. Man, we have migrants from South America trying to get to America by any means necessary, man. We have all seen the images and clips of the migrants flooding the U.S. border. If given the chance to do likewise, 90 to 95% of the people living in Gaza would leave the area. In truth, people aren't as loyal to their homeland as we are told. Millions flooding the borders of America just to get away. Enough said.